It is the ultimate challenge in the series, Naked and Afraid. 12 survivalists head to the Colombian Badlands for a 40-day challenge. Sam and Lynsey here to give us a preview. Thank you both so much for your time today.
A pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Lynsey, let's talk a little bit. I mean, we're used to these 21 day challenges. This is double the time. How do you prepare for something like this?
I really don't think, honestly, you could do all the studying in the world, and I still don't think anything is going to prepare you for 40 days. I feel like when you go there, your brain kind of goes into primal mode, and it just kind of goes off of what you know, and it's a fight or flight scenario in that situation. So,
Sam, you had a viral moment, and we want to make sure that you're okay after the injury that you sustained the last time around. What are you doing differently to make sure that does not happen again?
Well, I did ask if I could take asbestos underpants as my survival item, but sadly they said no. But yeah, definitely a bit more caution around the fire this time.
Lynsey, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the Colombian Badlands. When did you know the location, the team, and have to mentally prepare yourself for this place?
Oh, so I probably found out where we were going probably just a couple weeks before we left. And I didn't know who my teammates were going to be up until I met them the very first day. And so I was pleasantly surprised and very happy with the teammates that I got. But yeah, there's not a whole lot that can actually prepare you and get you ready for this other than being on the first challenge. And I felt like I always kind of had that longing for adventure, and I needed that ultimate test. So that's why I took on the 40-day.
Sam, as far as the challenges, and I'm going to ask both of you, but Sam, I'll go ahead and start with you. It's hot, it's cold, it's rainy. You are looking for water, and people are dehydrated. People are, there's a lot of ants and snakes and all types of predators. Like, what scares you the most, or what is the one thing that you are like, I got this, and the one thing that you're like, somebody else better take the lead on this?
To be honest, I mean, there's everything in Colombia is carnivorous. Even the plants want to slice you open. But as far as like a general fear that's always there is that of infection, illness, mechanical injury, all those kind of things that are kind of out of your control, or can be quite challenging to mitigate for sure. The unknown unknowns, I think NASA would call them.
What about for you, Lynsey?
I absolutely hate snakes. I feel like that was my biggest fear. And when we first get inserted into on our day one, we walk through some really snaky territory, and there is water that's like warm bath water, and you can't really see the bottom of it. And so my biggest fear was like, an anaconda is gonna come up and just bite my foot, and then it's gonna drag me into the deep. Like, how you go through all these crazy scenarios because that this is a foreign country to you, and I don't have snakes like this and things that want to eat you and bite you like this. And so and I would say the biggest thing that I was prepared for, I think I practiced a lot of my fire building skills, and I practiced a lot of my shelter. I knew I needed to up those skills. And so I feel like I practiced for them, but the conditions and the environments that we were in, it didn't really much make a difference. Even everything that I thought, oh, I got this, it doesn't work out when you're in Colombia. It just doesn't work out in your favor.
Well, even as someone who's watching the show, you're getting 30, 40 minutes into it, and then you're like, okay, they finished, and then you're like, no, this is only bedtime. This is only night number one. Like, you're watching, you see everything you have to go through. Sam, let's start with you. What's harder, nighttime, not knowing what noise or what feeling you're going to feel, or the daytime?
I don't want to cop out with my answer, but it's I'll be honest, it's a pretty continuous onslaught, day or night. The days are physically arduous in Colombia, obviously being right at the equator. The heat, the humidity just slurps the liquid out of you like squeezing a sponge. And then you get to the night time and you switch to torrential downpours and electrical storms. It's yeah, it was an unimaginable and continuous physical and mental onslaught, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
It really was quite horrendous.
I can only imagine. Lynsey, what about for you? Daytime or nighttime?
Nighttime was the worst for me. Like Sam said, you knew that you had work ahead of you during the day. There was always something on your list of agenda, but at least you were doing something. At nighttime, I feel like whenever it was quiet and you're cold and I just couldn't sleep, like that's when your brain just starts turning. And for me, the night was the worst because I would start thinking all of the things to be like, you don't want to be here. You miss your kids. You want to go home. You're uncomfortable. You're cold. You're tired. You're dehydrated. So the night played the worst tricks on me personally.
Well, cannot wait to watch the series and see how this whole thing plays out. Good luck to both of you. Sam, Lynsey, thank you so much for your time today. May 12th, Naked and Afraid XL premiering on Discovery.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.